And so they sent me the Rachel, and they sent me this one. This is called Shorty. It's a hat with hair, part of their Hair Accents collection, in the color 614H. So both of these wigs are actually going to go down to the Cancer Association here locally. And I'm also going to be volunteering some time there just to help ladies, to be there in case ladies need some help feeling more comfortable in the wigs. For a lot of them, this is the first time they've ever had to wear wigs. And I just want to help them feel more like themselves as they go through a difficult illness and treatment. So if you remember back to the story that I told about Henry Margu, William Margu, which was Henry's father, actually started out in the early 50s in Philadelphia as a milliner. He was a high-end international hat maker. And so he and Henry Margu made some very high-end hats together, and they were very successful. So they branched out then eventually into the wig business as well, and made that an international brand. So I think this product here is actually a marriage of those two very unique skill sets. So I'm really liking this a lot. This is called Shorty, again, in the color 614H. So today I'm just going to review the color really quick. We're going to talk about the cap, and then the really burning question about this is this hat with hair, is it really a good investment, or should I just use my wigs with my hats? So we're going to answer some of those burning questions in this review. So let's take a look at the color first, the 614H. It's not rooted. It's a very, very pale blonde color. You'll see that it's a mixture of gold and wheat tones. It's not highly dimensional, and it just gives a nice creamy light blonde effect. I'm wearing the Shorty, but these hats, as a part of the Hair Accents collection, actually come in a long and a curly, and they give you a choice of two colors of hats, either classic black or classic beige. So let me open the page. This is a beautiful catalog by Henry Margu that they sent, and you can actually access the full catalog, digital catalog, on their website, and I'll post that below too. So you will see there's the Shorty, then you have a long, and then you have a curly, both available in the beige and the black. And then you will also see where you can actually do an attachment bang. So if you like a little bit of a fringe bang hanging down from the hat, there's a little bit of Velcro on this bang that you can buy separately. So there's a lot of different perks to having a product like this. But let's first talk about why I think that this is going to be a superior choice over wearing your regular wigs with your regular hats. So number one, I think just the security of it. If you've tried to put hats on wigs, and I've done it quite a bit, sometimes they don't fit right because the wig actually contains a cap. It basically is a cap with hair, and then we're fitting another cap on top of that. So it kind of stretches out your hat a little bit, and it might not be the most secure fit. Number two concern of mine is that the friction that is involved with taking off and putting on a hat over a regular wig. So those fibers are very delicate. You know, it's synthetic hair, and the friction can make wear and tear on that hair. And then if you're wearing a hat over a wig for a long period of time or on a regular basis, your hair can, the actual regular wig can start taking the shape of the hat, and that you can't get it back to the original shape. So there's a lot of different reasons why I think this would be a better product to have. So basically this is a hat, and this is a high-end hat. This is not a hat that you would find on an end cap at Walmart for $8. This is a very sturdy, well-made cap. It's very sturdy. The material is very thick, a very thick cotton material. It's breathable, and everything about it is very well done, right down to the adjusters on this. So if you, no matter what kind of a head size that you have, petite to large, you're going to be able to make a nice, secure, snug fit with the adjusters on this. And I'm going to show you an inside look at the cap here in a moment. The upcoming spring and summer, I can just see myself having this and going out and doing some gardening. gosh, just walking to the mailbox and back. Sometimes, you know, I grab a wig and make sure it looks right and head out to the mailbox. Rarely do I ever go without a wig outside of the house. So that would be very, very simple and convenient. So you get a knock at the door in the evening and it's company, unexpected. So you run and grab this hat and put it on. I think that would be something that would be a very convenient aspect of this as well. But I'm thinking more along the lines of outdoor activities. So that's always presented a challenge with regular wigs because especially in warm weather or climates, you get to sweating quite a bit. Now sweating and activity can also damage your wigs just because of, like I say, the friction involved with it. You're going to wash that wig more often, which is going to reduce the life expectancy of that wig as well. Now something like this, I can see heading out to do some gardening, some work in the flower beds. I am going to say it would be very easy also to put this on and go out and kick a ball around with your kids, have a wiffle ball game with the family, because it's a hat with hair on it. The hair only goes around the outside perimeter. So you could actually wear a sweatband or some kind of headband underneath this to catch any sweat and wick that away from the hair and the hat. I think that would be very easy to do. You're going to get a better and more secure fit when you have just one layer on of hat as opposed to the wig layer and then the hat layer on top of that. Wearing a hat in the summertime to the ball game, to the amusement park, you really want to protect, a lot of us want to protect our face from the sun as well. So we do want to wear a hat a lot, but that's always been a challenge with the wigs. You have to really pick out the right wig and you have to go through a lot of trouble. So those are some of the reasons why I think this would be a superior product. Now you can wash this just like you do a regular wig. I would recommend just, you know, kind of spot cleaning the cap if there's something on that, and then use a synthetic wig safe shampoo and just wash the hair and the cap in that. And then stretch the cap over a either a head form or a drying rack or something, just so that it kind of dries back in the same shape. So I think that for practical reasons, if you're a wig wearer, I think this is going to save you a lot of time and money and headache. And it might also open up more outdoor activities for you. It's just easy to do. This is really easy and practical. Now there's still going to be that occasion where I want that beautiful long wig and I want that particular hat, and I'll pin it and make secure, you know, make sure that it's secure, and that will be fine for a special occasion. But for those occasions where you just want to be really casual and head out and garden or do some activities, go to the beach, the pool, I think this would be perfect. So you would just care and maintain for this hair just like you would any of your other synthetic wigs. So this is a synthetic wig safe hair brush, and you can simply use a brush or a comb. I like to use a brush when it's a straight style, just because straight styles, I want to separate those fibers and make them look really good. So I'll go ahead and do a turn and a spin for Shorty, and then we're going to take a look at the inside of the cap. Golfing, wiffle ball, kickball, running. You could do some jogging in this, but like I said, I really would advise you to put like a sweatband or something underneath and then just make your adjustments to the cap after you put that sweatband on, so it'll be nice and secure and wick away any sweat. Also rain. I have this little bit of a windbreaker rain jacket on today, and I think this would be a great accessory if you knew you were going to be in and outdoors all day in the rain. One thing that you want to know is that your ears go inside of the cap. They don't stick out. So you want to make sure the ears are on the inside of the hat, and then when you make your adjustments, you want to make it feel firm but not too tight. There's absolutely no friction on the ear with this cap, so it's very, very comfortable. And I've worn it for a couple of hours today already, and I don't even know that it's on. It feels like I have a ball cap on, and then when I look in the mirror, it's like, oh, there's hair there. So it feels very, and it wears very naturally. So this is what your shorty is going to look like. This is the original packaging that came in. Like I said, this sturdy oval form, which protects the wig. And then it actually has the plastic inlay there, which molds and shapes and keeps it in shape. All of the hairs are positioned in a way where they're not going to get any friction or harm or damage. And it just perfectly formed there. So this is what it's going to look like when it comes. So this is the inside of Shorty with the beige cap. What you'll see here is that the hair fibers are sewn into a thin piece of elastic that's stretched all the way around the perimeter of that cap. There's some breathable wefting in here as well, especially where you would want to secure the cap and to make any adjustments. That wefting will be able to gather without creating obvious gathers in the actual hair fiber. So that's a plus. So it's sewn in all the way to the front of the cap here. You can see I have a little bit of makeup there that I'll take off before I take it down to the charity. But it's sewn in way up here to almost the temple, which is going to give you a nice realistic look when the hat is placed on. And like I said, there are some Velcro bangs that you can buy that would fit right along the front of that cap on a Velcro piece. Here's some breathe holes there, for some ventilation. Now the cap itself isn't going to be really stretchy. There's really no elastic at all in this cap, but you do have this very sturdy adjuster in the back. So it has these teeth that will give a precise and secure adjustment. You could actually tuck this into the little hole here if you wanted to obscure the rest of that, depending on how much you needed to adjust. You don't want a flap hanging out. So they've really thought of everything. There's some really nice detail on this cap. And again, it's really super sturdy, very soft yet sturdy. So that'll do it for the cap review for the Shorty. Now let's see what Shorty can do. Let's put it to the test. So I can imagine that I need to run out really quick to the store. I've grabbed my Shorty, I put it on, and if I'm actually on the clock right now, what was that, 5 seconds? And I'm out the door. Catch you next time on Taz's Wig Closet.